Now this guy, I never got him, like unlocked him as a kid, and I didn't really get to until I seriously dedicated myself to getting 100% in the game. I always looked at the locked silhouette in the shop in envy as a child. I thought it would be another variant of the Joker because of the hair, but nope, it's this slightly lesser known Batman villain. I mean, anyone well versed in Batman mythos knows who Ra's al Ghul is, but if you're to name 10 Batman villains off the top of your head, you probably won't make the first 5 or maybe even the 10. Anyway, you had to grind to get this guy. To unlock him, you have to get all 300 mini-kits all across the 30 levels. On top of that, you have to drop 500,000 studs to buy him from the shop. However, at that point, you probably have some stud multiplying extras, so the price point isn't really that big of a deal. But as far as the character goes, he has 2 staffs and a unique fight animation. Also, he is unique in the sense that he runs across tight ropes faster than any other character. I don't know, I don't find this very big of a deal, but hey, I guess it's unique to the character. I grinded for hours to get all the mini-kits, and all I get is cool fighting animations and a faster tightrope walk. I was honestly expecting a bit more. This is probably the most recent Batman villain to be in this game. I think Hush was created in 2002 and this game was 2008. 6 years isn't that long of a time, so it's cool to see Hush get some representation. I own the graphic novel and it was pretty good. This is the other character, besides Ra's al Ghul, that stayed locked in the shop for me as a kid. You also have to grind to unlock Hush, but not as much as Ra's al Ghul. Throughout the 30 levels in the game, there are 25 citizens in peril, which are basically random citizens getting bullied by some goon brothers. Kill the goons, the citizen gets away, and it displays how many citizens you've saved out of 25. Some citizens are able to be saved in story mode, while others can only be saved in secret areas in free play. However, get all 25 and Hush is unlocked in the store. Hush wields 2 pistols and is actually pretty fun to play, mostly because he's a character, one of the last characters you unlock. However, he does not have any abilities, but like Ra's al Ghul, he does have a special little something. He has faster building, which is nice, except the fact that I already had the fast build extra by the time I unlocked him, so it was kind of pointless. However, it's cool that Hush is getting some representation so soon after his debut. Ah yes, here we go, another hero suit. Here we have the dive suit. Outside of this specific suit, there's only one other character with this ability. This new ability, that's right. The dive ability is pretty plain and simple. People with the dive ability are able to sink to the bottom of pools, and it was only used like twice in the story. Hell, its first appearance was in the second campaign, like 8 levels into the game, something like that. You'll mostly find yourself using it in free play to get some collectibles. Sometimes the physics of it all is kind of iffy, if I'm being honest. You sink down just fine, but sometimes the mashing of the jump button to get back up to the surface is a bit difficult. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I know LEGO games aren't hard. I'm just saying that gravity likes to double its effect on you when you're underwater in this game. But as I've said, the dive ability is pretty exclusive to the hero suit and one other character, so that's pretty cool. Of course, you should have expected that the Nightwing variant will follow directly after Robin, so here we go. The one thing I forgot to mention with the hero suits are suit upgrades. The red bricks of each hero level unlocks a suit upgrade, while each red brick in a villain level unlocks an extra available to purchase. Most of the suit upgrades are exclusive to a certain suit, but there are 3 that are for all suits, such as fast grapple, fast battering, and more battering targets, all of which are pretty self-explanatory. The glide suit, which I forgot to mention in the last episode, has the slam upgrade, meaning you could slam down on the ground during flight. The dive suit has its own upgrade, called the freeze batarang. I don't know why it's a freeze batarang. Like the dive suit, you're not even dealing with ice, you're dealing with water. But you hit them, and it freezes the enemy for and that's pretty much all there is to it. Anyway, suit upgrades are pretty cool, and you'll see ones that will make more sense as we progress through the list. This one doesn't make sense, but I think they're just running out of ideas for suit upgrades for this specific suit. Remember way back in the last episode where I gave props to the scientist for having a tech panel access, but there's another character that is guaranteed to be in every free play level that makes the scientist useless? Well, here he is. Well, one of two. Nevertheless, the scientists can go bye-bye because here's Robin. This is a suit introduced in the first level in the game called You Can Bank on Batman, where you drive a RC car and hit some buttons. As stated in the last part, those with tech panel access can access these green panels and to control random stuff. This Robin suit basically replaces the cape with this cool little mechanical backpack of sorts with an antenna. But overall, besides the select few levels, you really don't see the tech panel needed that much. Maybe for collectibles, but that's really it, besides the very few times in the story you actually use the tech suit. Here Nightwing is in the tech suit, and I'll be honest, he looks kind of dorky. I mean, Robin looks a bit natural in it, but probably because he's already dorky as it is. Sorry, not sorry. But Nightwing didn't have a piece of clothing that the backpack replaces like Robin's cape. It just slapped onto his back, which is fine. Anyway, there's a specific suit upgrade for the tech suit. This is probably the most bizarre suit upgrade of them all, and I actually discovered it accidentally. I'm the type of guy who just randomly buys whatever I can to get 100% completion. I don't really observe what I'm buying. I just buy and move on. So I didn't really see this coming. One day I was collectible hunting and I needed the tech suit. While in the tech suit, I accidentally pressed a button and suddenly there was another Robin. I was literally taken aback. This is the decoy suit upgrade. All it does, it fools enemies and they try punching them and then the decoy explodes. Overall, it's kind of dumb. But, I mean, I was in shock when I first came across it because it was so bizarre. Here we be, with another special suit for the Bat Heroes. This is the Demolition suit, which just happens to be the first special Bat suit you play in the story. It's exactly what you think it is, in case you're watching this and haven't played this gem of a game. You blow stuff up with it. It's actually pretty useful. At its base level, before any upgrades, of which there are 2, you are able to lay down up to 3 bombs and detonate them. Oh wait, I totally forgot. This is a new ability we haven't encountered in the game. Sorry, this is just a staple of LEGO games at this point, so I just assumed you all knew. Silver LEGO objects are a staple in LEGO games, even at this point, since it has been present in all 3, or 5 depending on how you count, Traveler Tales LEGO games up to this one. In case you don't know, silver LEGO objects can only be destroyed by some sort of explosive, whether it be bounty hunter bombs in Star Wars, bazookas in Indiana Jones, or a penguin in this game. Silver object or not, blowing stuff up with the demolition suit is a power move in its purest form. Yeah, I didn't even mention Batgirl in the last segment. You guys know the drill by now. I basically have to stretch one suit from 1 into 2 segments. So some are easier to do, like this one, but others aren't, like the dive suit. Yeah. This suit actually has 2 upgrades as opposed to most having only 1. One is the More Detonators upgrade, which is pretty self-explanatory. It just increases the max amount of bombs you can place from 3 to 6. It's pretty useful if you're a pyromaniac and you want to achieve euphoria, but honestly you really don't need more than 3 bombs to get stuff done. The other suit upgrade with the demolition suit is armor plating. This one is useful. If you have no extras enabled, you basically have to step away from the bomb before detonating it or else you'll die, which is pretty inconvenient. Now with armor plating, you don't have to waste time stepping away just to blow it up. You can just stay there. Also, your dumb AI pal will die from being too close, so that's always a delight to see. Here we have yet another new ability to the series. And get this, this and the Nightwing counterpart are the only characters in the game with this new ability. And if the suit name doesn't give it away, it's the magnet ability. Throughout the game, you see out-of-place like metal walls alongside buildings and such. With the magnet ability, you can walk on them and reach new areas. The suit itself has magnetic plates on Robin's feet and a cool little backpack, I guess. You may ask, if the magnetic ability is exclusive to this version of Robin and Nightwing, shouldn't they be higher on the list? Well, perhaps they could have been higher, but the magnetic ability isn't present in many levels. A few here and there for story mode, and a few more for collectibles and free play. Also, walking speed on the magnetic wall is very slow and time consuming, especially in an icy reception level where you have to climb up that snake looking vent. Of course, the Nightwing magnet suit comes right after. As far as how it looks on Nightwing, the same metal plates and backpack are on him, but it's just cooler to look at because, I mean, it's Nightwing, come on. Anyway, remember in the last segment where I said the walking speed of the magnet suit is atrocious? Well, as it happens, the suit upgrade for the magnet suit fixes that very problem. The fast walk suit upgrade increases, well, the walk speed. It makes things so much more convenient, but as I've said, despite the magnet ability being exclusive to Robin and Nightwing, they aren't higher up because the magnet ability just isn't that common. Also, most characters above these guys have more than just one single ability. They might have two or more.